What's up, everybody? HTG Brian back with more LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This is level 40, Ground Assault Free Play. Love the wordplay on this level name. We're going to go ahead and show you all 6 of those Kyber bricks. In fact, one of them we got in story. We're going to get 3 more for that true Jedi status, 1 more for all 5 minikits, and of course, the 3 challenges equal 1 more. And for True Jedi, we need 120k, so it seems like a lot, but with the 2 times multiplier on and punching our way through this cave, which is actually one of the challenges, we're going to get paid. All right, quick Thumbie reminder down below. We got them quick links, and of course, if you're wanting to jump ahead or behind or wherever you are, feel free to use them things. And of course, when you're ready to go ahead and jump right in, we're going to slide on over to the episode tab, all the way over to The Last Jedi, which we're 84.80%. We're right in that home stretch of finishing up episode 8, and then it's the home stretch of the free play. In fact, we're getting pretty stinking close, y'all. Pretty stinking close. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. And of course, all cutscenes and non-essential gameplay has been either sped up or removed. And of course, as soon as we start off, we are being attacked. In fact, we've got this quick time event where we need to hit a series of buttons in order to evade the attacks from Kylo Ren. Now, fun fact for you, you can actually press and hold the toggle button. For us, it's triangle, and switch to your other characters right now. Now, also, should be noted that in order to advance the story at the end and have a Rey be on the other side of the rocks, we need to complete this scene too. So we went ahead and went through the first section of it, and we'll save the last 2 for the end of the video after all the collectibles have been collected. All right, inside, we've got controller. We're going to run down and get to a fork in the road where we have to choose left or right. We're going to actually go left first. In fact, the reason for that is we have a challenge right here. It's called I Can Dig It, which requires us to punch our way through the crystal caves. This is really easily done. All you have to do is smash the boxes in front of this giant apparatus, build the right-hand build with the multi, which happens to be a boxing glove drill, push this piece into place, and of course, we need to fire it up too. We need some power. So we're going to go ahead and pay attention to these red buttons over here. In fact, we're going to push them all down because one of them reveals a gonk droid, which we're going to need to power up that drill. But we also get tons of studs by letting this arm just kind of do its thing. So we'll take those. Thank you very much. Hop on the old gonk by pressing the icon indicated and then drive it on over to the power pad, which is going to pump up our punching mobile here. And we're going to take this bad boy and drive it right through the crystal caves. And you might have already done this in the story, and that's okay if you did. There's actually a mini kit right at the end, which I'm pretty sure you didn't have access to a breaker blaster, and sadly you couldn't use this old punching machine to get through it, but all you have to do is blast through that first wall, and booyaka show! We've got the Crystal Caves punch challenge called I Can Dig It. Now, we've got 3 or 4 more sections that we got to blast through here. Fun fact for you, if you get your punch on, you actually need to let go of up and then repress it. It'll actually go a lot faster if you're not holding it down the whole time. I know it says hold down, but as soon as you punch, let off and then give it another go. And it should get you going. Once you get to the very end here, you already probably see this breaker blaster wall. So we're going to choose our scavenger, which happens to be Rey, and then press and hold. For us, it's the circle button, and pull up that breaker blaster, and of course, blast that wall, get on inside there, and then disappear into the nothing. No, I don't know. It's a little bit of a funny angle there. It's pure darkness. I'm not sure what happened, but we're going to double back and go right through the crystal caves, and on the way back, you probably already see that collectible detector on the far right side, and it's actually the left as we came through it originally, the right as we're coming back. We're going to move this bad boy into place. Now, I want to note that once you get it here, you got to pull the handle. But I, in my scouting run, reattached to this guy and accidentally hit circle and dropped it, and I couldn't move it again. So make sure once you grab it, you put it in place before you tap any other buttons and let go of it, because you might find yourself having to reset this level and replaying it just to get that one thing. Now, we got to wait for a couple of these icy wolves. And they're going to come in here, and eventually, all of a sudden, the mini kit shows up, and it crumbles to pieces, and we'll build it up and collect that bad boy. Thank you very much. There we go. It took me a hot second there. All right, we're going to keep on with the keeping on backtracking. That's right. we are not going to advance any more down this left side pathway. In fact, everything we need is going to be on the right, back from where we made that choice earlier. So we're going all the way back basically to the beginning. Here it is. There's where we started. Instead of going to where we actually came from, we're going to go to the right path. And as soon as we get in here, we notice that there's a giant rock wall, which we can use the Force to go ahead and manipulate these rocks and sneak back there and pick that Minikit up. Might have to move a couple of them, but that's all right. It's definitely worth the wait. Inside, swoop-a-loop. All right, all right, all right. We got 3 of the 5. Now we're going to go ahead and make our way up the stairway here. And at the very top left side, there's going to be a protocol droid terminal. In fact, actually, it's not the top left. It's like the schmedium left. We're going to go ahead and access it, though. And once we do, it gives us control of another. What is this, another 3PO? I guess it probably said. I wasn't paying attention. Too much text on screen. But we got to access the other protocol terminal. And once we do, we're going to get a password by spamming the button indicated there. Pay attention to that gold, because we're going to be back for that in a hot second. Down at the bottom of the stairs and around the corner is another terminal. We're going to go ahead and input that password we just got learned. And let the animation complete. And booyakashow. Door opens. Cha-cha challenge complete. We get an animation here which shows the rest of our team making our way in. However, once we go back to our character by tapping the triangle or Y, or depending on which platform you're on, it actually takes us to the C-3PO there versus where we are. So I'm like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? But I eventually figured out we want to advance through that doorway we just opened. But before doing so, we want to take a left and blast this gold brick so we can get that Minikit behind it. All right, all right, all right. Now that we've got that, we can go ahead and advance through the newly opened door following these guys. But psych, we're going to actually take a left and go up this upper path here. Once we get up here, we're going to go ahead and grapple the plug at the top of the ladder. It's also going to give us this scene where these guys are like running around, they trigger an alarm, and we're like, what do we do now? We're going to go ahead and show you, starting off by grappling that plug. We're going to go up top and smash the box on the left side of the ladder. This is going to reveal one of the items we need to use the Force on to complete a picture. It's a picture puzzle. So we'll go ahead and put this bottom left. As soon as you pick an item up, it does actually show you where to place it. So that's kind of handy, and can't really mess this one up. Although it is a little difficult finding the other 2 tiles. Psych. I actually get lost, though. There's that debris on the ground covering up the last one. So I'm like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? Even though when the camera panned back, you could see it now that we're looking for it. But all right, there it is. Pick up the last one, insert it into place. It's going to open the door, and we can collect the final Minikit. Thank you very much. All right, back up the ladder, but this time with a hero character, as we're going to need to use the hero terminal. Luckily, Poe knew what to do, so he was already heading up the ladder. We're going to go ahead and use him to complete the sequence here. For us, it's right, up, up, down. Yep. All right. So once that happens, a big crane is going to come and mess with a giant container down below. In fact, it's going to pick it up and drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. That's right. It's going to actually squish it. I lied. It doesn't drop anything. I just wanted to annoy you with my bad dad singing. But we're going to go ahead and drop down there and build up the bouncing bricks. Luckily, we got Poe Dameron out who can get his grapple on, because we're going to need to grapple. And booyakashow. What do we got? What do we got? Mouse Ramrod? Whatever it is happening. It smashes through the wall here and allows us access to the very end, which in fact, if you haven't noticed by now, we have all of those challenges done now that we grappled that bad boy and made our way through. And of course, we got all those Minikits too. So we're going to follow all the way to the wall and then toggle back to this opening scene, which I already mentioned we needed to finish. Now, if you are in a hurry, of course, you could use that save and exit feature. Of course, for us, we are going to go ahead and finish this up. Basically, it's just a quick time event sequence where we have to match the buttons presented on screen. And of course, it's kind of funny too. If you've noticed, the buttons actually have a timer on them, and you have to press the button within that time. Otherwise, you will actually be struck upon with Kylo and his laser sword. And but basically, I thought it was funny. As soon as you press the icon, though, it actually swings, so it speeds things up. But you have much more time than I think you feel you probably do. So If you're messing up, just take your time, take a deep breath, and step back. And of course, again, you could just save and exit if this is problematic. There's no real reason why anybody needs to finish this. I don't even think you get any studs or anything for this. I really did consider just exiting out, but in the event that somebody was like stuck and they wanted to finish it and they couldn't figure out how or whatever, you cannot access Ray, which removes the rocks and finishes the level for us until this sequence has been completed. So good news is we're on the final meter here. He bows down and says, "How? What's going on?" And then he says, "I will not be the last Jedi." He said it! He said it! All right, once we toggle back to our characters, it takes us to 3PO way back at that terminal, almost at the beginning of the level. But luckily for us, it automatically realized the rest of our characters were waiting at the rocks. We go ahead and get our lift on, and we are out of there. Wow. All right, so 5 more levels of free play. That means there's only 25 mini kits. And I do feel like we have a challenge or 2 in the last few levels, so I don't know if there's actually going to be 15 left for us or not. We'll show you where all 15 of them are, but I feel like we personally have a few tracked off, so it's pretty interesting. We're in the home stretch, that is for sure, but I guess we're not there yet. Let's go ahead and check our totals here. We've got that True Jedi status, which we only needed 125, 120, and we got way above and beyond that. All 3 of the challenges done did, including that breaking our way through the caves, punching our way, I should say. All 5 of them mini kits build up into a Kylo Ren shuttle micro edition. Pretty sweet deal. I wish I had my own shuttle. In fact, I wish I had my own minifig. That's something that I've always wanted to do, is create my own minifig. I know you can do it in a couple of different places. I appreciate any help you guys might send me links in the chat or comments, but ultimately, it's just something I'd love to see like an official version of, right? That would be pretty epic. Hey, check us out at HappyThumbsGaming.com or on social media, and of course, for me, guys, that's going to do it for now. As always, until next time...